the monster of the mangroves, the sadist of El Charquito. These are just a couple of nicknames for one of the most disgusting and disturbing people that I've literally ever heard of. And the reasons why he claims he did what he did, you need to stick around to find out. But I can tell you, you're going to have the same opinion after hearing this. He was just, the best word to describe it is disgusting. So, this is another episode of Billy D's Collection, Serial Killer Stories. Viewer discretion is advised. Daniel Camargo Barbosa was born in Colombia on January 22nd, 1930. His mother passed away before he was even a year old, and his father was overbearing and emotionally distant. Eventually, his father married a woman we'll call D. Fernandez. Fernandez could not bear children, and it wasn't long before she began abusing Daniel. Allegedly, she made him wear a dress to school, setting him up for awful ridicule. But despite this, Daniel had a 116 IQ. Daniel's first arrest occurred on May 24th, 1958, when he was arrested for petty theft. Eventually, Daniel fell in love with a woman named Esperanza, who he had planned to marry until he found out she was not a virgin. Because of this, she helped him find virgins to have sex with. Esperanza would lure girls to an apartment and then drug them with sleeping pills. 5 victims were assaulted using this method that they had concocted. Little did Daniel know the 5th victim reported him. Originally, Daniel was given 3 years for sexual assault on April 10, 1964. A new judge had taken over his case and added 5 years to his sentence, making his total 8 years. After serving his full sentence, Daniel was released in 1973. While in Brazil, Daniel had another run-in with the law, this time for being undocumented and being deported back to Colombia and released. Only a year later, Daniel was arrested for a murder in 1974. Allegedly, he kidnapped, raped, and murdered a 9-year-old little girl while on his TV sales route. Disgusting individual. Daniel went back to the crime scene and was promptly arrested, given 30 years for his unspeakable crimes, which was reduced to 25 years. In November of 1984, Daniel escaped Gorgona prison, which is known as the Colombian Alcatraz. After his escape, Daniel fled to Ecuador and began committing crimes. It's believed that between 1984 and 1986, he committed at least 54 rapes and murders. And due to the high victim count, originally police thought a gang was responsible for this nasty influx of crime.